just overweight mainly. I'm struggling to get my food under control. And exercise, I wasn't exercising very often. That was the main issues, I think. I think the main thing was overweight and struggling to walk out the stairs, couldn't go for a run, didn't want to go out, basically lethargic, sleeping. It was just, I tried to sort of lose weight, and I was up and down all the time. So it just needed to be something more permanent, really. Just tried to lose weight, be it on diets and whatever. And it would last a couple of weeks and I'd lose half a stone or whatever. I think, oh yeah, this is great. And then I'd stop. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, I'd be in the same situation, basically. Put the weight back on, not feeling any better, then a bit more would creep on, and then I'd try and lose a cup. Then I'd have 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, it was just a cycle, basically. I would struggle walking up the stairs. I'd struggle just in general. I didn't want to go out with the dogs and stuff like that. It was just basically more physical. It would affect me in how I struggled to do something. So then I'd try and lose the weight. Then I'd get to the stage, like I said just now, of being able to do that. And then I'd revert back and start stuffing my face again. And then 2-3 weeks later, I'd be back in the same position. So it's like I say, it was more physical. The being overweight was the major issue. And like I say, I used to just struggle walking around. Heart rate was raised. And yeah, I would struggle a little bit if we did go out for a walk with the dogs. If we come to a hill, I'd be puffing up the hill, which is like just frustrating. I don't like being like that, basically. It's like, I know I can do this, but I can't actually do this. So it was difficult in that respect, yeah. Because it's like I say, in here I can do it, but physically my body just wouldn't allow me to do it, which is a lot, very, very frustrating if you've never been in that position. Well, yeah, I can do this, so I don't need to do anything. I can just do it. And the reality is, the longer it went on, the less I could do it, basically. Being overweight just made it very, very difficult. It was, like I say, it got to a stage where climbing the stairs, climbing the stairs, one flight of stairs wasn't an issue. Movement was a major issue. It got to a stage where to tie my shoelaces up was difficult, which is pretty sad, to be fair. Obviously, I work on building sites, so I was probably making excuses not to go out on site. It was easier to sit in the office than it was going out on site, because if I had to walk up 4 flights of stairs, I was puffing at the top of them. I still puffing at the top of them now, but I'm probably getting there twice as fast. But yeah, it was difficult. It was starting to become uncomfortable and difficult, which is part of the reason why I needed to do something about it, basically. I'd be in the same place as I was, probably unhappy, not moving around, but yeah, I don't think I'd be in the same position. Nothing would have improved. Whereas I didn't really know what to expect. So obviously there was a certain amount of anxiety there. The anxiety of like, am I going to be expected to do this and I can't do that physically at the moment, that sort of thing, I suppose. So yeah, it was, I'd say, concerns, not really. No, I think there was a lot of anxiety. There was anxiety around it. Whether you could say that was concerns, I suppose there was concerns of whether I was going to be able to do what was going to be asked of me. Yeah, I would say that. We made the decision. I think the discussions put it round to me making the decision. Alex just sort of coaxing me in that direction, if it makes. So I think I actually made the decision, and then once I'd made the decision, Alex says, "Right, okay, you've got to do this," which worked quite well. I think what we did is we said we were going to do £24 over the 12 weeks. So that's £2 a week. So we had a graph, and basically, I think I lost £10 in the first. I think I lost £5 and £5 in the first 2 weeks, and it slowed a bit then. But so the weight was coming off, which was making the running easier. So it was sort of playing to each itself. So it was just progression basically. I hit my weight goal, and then we concentrated more so on the running then. Alex asked the questions, so Alex drew it out of me, I would say. It was in there, and Alex got it out, 2 stone. So I think the goal was £24 in the 12 weeks. There was no weeks where I put weight on. There was 1 week I stayed the same. Losing the weight's fantastic, but which was the main goal, or the starting goal. But I think the running was the fact that I can go out and run again. I think is probably a little bit higher than the weight loss, albeit the weight loss is virtually right up there as well. So thank you. That's it. Simple as that. Fantastic. I think no, just thank you. It's brilliant, really. We've done really good. I think Alex has helped me massively. So a huge thank you, I suppose. But yeah, it worked well. It's done really well. And as I say, I'm in a much better place now, and it is thanks to Alex. Yeah.